As the first video in the resume section, I want to talk about what a resume is. At this point, you're probably a little confused. It's pretty obvious what a resume is. It's a paper highlighting your achievements and your job experience and your education so that future employers can know about you. That's what resume has been in the past. I talk about this a lot. I think it's really important, especially when we're about to embark on this journey of recreating your resume. That's not what a resume is in my eyes, and because I've looked at it so differently, I think I've been so successful in getting my own resume out there, and I'd like you to do the same. Stop looking at the resume as a document that documents your history and your past. Start looking at your resume as if it's a sales document. It's an advertisement for you, specifically for what you're trying to get. So if you're trying to get a job in sales, you should have a resume that is tailored towards sales. If you have the same resume for everything, and the resume starts off with your Excel skills and then mentions that you're a Python programmer and then talks about something else, even if you have a line at some point about some sort of client relation thing, that doesn't feel like a sales resume. And what you have to think about is the hiring manager looking at a stack of resumes, going through them and saying, oh, this looks like a quant's resume. I'm looking for someone in sales, and your resume doesn't get picked, and you wonder why. Especially with all your achievements, you're such a smart person. No, you're selling the wrong person. Now you can argue, well, all your history has been, you have a financial engineering degree, you've been in a technical risk job your whole career. How on earth is it appropriate for you to have a sales resume? Well, I have a sales resume. Guess how many sales jobs I've had in my life? That's right, 0. But I have a resume that says Mark_Ross_resume_sales. There were a few periods in my life where I was hoping to transition into sales, so I had a sales resume. So how does that work? Well, I put a lot more emphasis on the things I've done in the past that were client related. So when I worked at State Street, for example, sure, I was in risk and I did a lot of operational work and I worked on the model a lot, but I covered clients and I actually went down to pension funds and would deal with the clients, interact with the portfolio managers directly. That's very sales oriented. The fellow behind me was an executive sales fellow. And when he would be on the call with future prospective clients, he would bring me on the call to help demonstrate the product. I did sales pitches. So I can put all that in my resume and give this flavor and put it in the skills and experience and put all those bullets towards the top. And that makes me sound like someone who has a lot of sales experience selling financial products. But I've never actually been in sales. So that doesn't matter. And you might think like, I'm lucky that I kind of did these sales things. No matter what you've done, I bet you can find little bits or experiences that you've had that will work in anything, operations, risks, sales, investment banking, you name it, you can make it work. And that's why I'd like to propose that aside from the fact that you have a different resume for every category of job you apply to. Obviously, you shouldn't have a different resume every single time you apply. But if you're applying for investment banking jobs, you should have an investment banking resume. If you're applying for sales jobs, you should have a sales resume. It's okay if you have a general resume layout, but you should definitely tailor it, bump certain bullets up top, change some wording to make it feel more like you're selling yourself for that specific position. I hope you guys learn a ton throughout this specific module. It's the most fun for me because I put so much work into the whole concept of how a resume works. I'm really proud of it, and I hope you learn tons, and it makes a really big difference for you. I'll see you in the next video.